Alright, what's up, how are you guys doing? New solo leveling arise vid today is gonna be on the mythical slash transcendent runes and blessings. I'm gonna go over the priority list for both of them and let you guys know where to get them. First of all, obviously, in case you have missed them, obviously which one you want to get first for both runes and blessings. Before this video starts, as always, if you enjoy my content and wish to see more, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like, and drop a comment. I will greatly appreciate it. So let's get straight into it. No fluff, no bullshit. Where to get the runes fragments, the rune shards. You have three possibilities. First of all, the BOT exchange shop. Secondly, the guild exchange shop. And then the Battlefield of Time challenge. So you need to do your Battlefield of Time challenge. Like, I used to skip it sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, but now it's pretty important to do it. I believe also regular BOT drops them when you get like below the 2-minute marks, so make sure you do that also. It would be stupid not to do it, so yeah, obviously. And then on to the blessings. Blessings, you have as well 3 ways to get them. Power of Destruction, the weekly rewards, Simulation Gate, the exchange shop obviously, and then you have the guild exchange shop as well, just like the runes. The guild exchange shop resets every Monday, so make sure you don't miss them. And of course, for those who buy packs and spend money, you can get them through the shop. There is currently 2 ways to get them through the shop, I believe. There was a monthly pack, and then there was the Transcendent like step up pack, or I think like what it called, like the parade pack. I'm not even sure. But yeah, if you go in the shop, you'll see them. Is it worth to buy? It depends on how much you spend on the game, to be honest. If you're like a low spender, I wouldn't spend on that. If you're already like a dolphin slash whales and you have a lot of stuff unlocked already, it might be a good idea. Especially for blessings, I feel like, more than runes. And so obviously we're gonna get into the main part of this vid, because how to get them is funny, but which one should you get is the most important part. So first, I want to make something clear is that for now, Transcendent doesn't make much of a difference. I thought it would be bigger, especially on skills. On skills, you don't feel difference that much. You feel it, obviously, like it's inevitable. It's not as much as I would have thought it would. On blessings, you see the change way more significantly, but it's still not the biggest upgrade ever. I thought it was going to be way more. I assume it's not that much because there's going to be the amplification thing in April, right? So in a month, we'll get a second way to enhance those transcendent blessings and runes. I assume it's going to be a very whaley way to enhance them. The shards already are pretty whaley. I assume that's going to be Netmarble's way to create a gap between high spenders and low spenders. There's already a gap, obviously, but I feel like this one is going to increase the gap even more. And anyways, for the runes, I have a bunch of ones that I would put in honorable mentions, but there is only 2 that I would say are mandatory and that you should do right now. So first of all, I think Magnifying Slashes is the first rune you should do. It's pretty straightforward why. Sonic Stream Dark is the best rune in the game, the most damage output. You can use it pretty much everywhere, every scenario you use it. You use it for guild boss, you can use it for POD, even when it's not Dark Week, like you can do it if you have it, and if you don't have the other options. And overall, it's just the best DPS skill. If you're struggling on anything, it's probably gonna help you. It doesn't help you on Deimos, but I don't think we should only see the game through Deimos only. As of right now, I would say Magnifying Slashes is the most important, as well as the second one being the most important would be Vacuum Wave, so the wind armor break. Just because, again, you use it in a lot of scenarios, but it's not as important as Magnifying Slash, and I would understand if you guys don't want to do it and just keep those boxes that you have, or like, because for example, if you have those selection boxes, you have only very few. So if you want to keep them in case there's a new meta later on, I do agree with this. Yeah, so that's why I wanted to point out that Magnifying Slashes for me is a straight up first pick for sure. Vacuum would be the second one, but is not mandatory. And then after those 2, I would not make any others, because after those 2, not a single rune actually feels mandatory. You could do Double Down, which is the light Sonic Stream. You could do the fire Sonic Stream for Deimos. You could do the fire armor break. You could do a bunch of those skills. You could do the water vertical arts. You could do the fire vertical arts. Like there's a lot of good options, but there isn't a very good option. So I would just wait and see what the next meta would be. Because let's say you want to focus on guild boss. Obviously, magnifying slashes and vacuum is very good. And if you focus more on POD, you might want to do dagger toss afterwards. You might want to do this type of things. Yeah, obviously, I think it really depends on what you want to focus as a player, but also what the meta revolves around. And that's why for now, I wouldn't do anything. My third personal pick would be the Wind QTE Thunderstorm, but that's because I love this skill. Like, it has nothing to do with actually it being important. It's just me, I like it. As I said, skill runes don't have that many very important ones, so I would be fine by just going for magnifying slashes and waiting, or going for magnifying slashes and vacuum wave and then waiting. But then we get into the spicy part, which is the blessings. I think there are really, really obvious ones that you should have no matter what you want to focus on. The first one being Reawakening. You get a 4% more cooldown reduction on your skills. This is mad. Not just on your skills, on everything. This is the first one you need to get, to be honest. Very important, must craft, to be honest. And after that, I feel like there's two others that stand out the most. The first one being Bloodlust. For pretty much any content, you can use Bloodlust. It's a very good and versatile blessing stone. I use it pretty much on everything. Maybe not on a few BOTs, but that's about it. So Bloodlust is, in my opinion, the second best pick. And the third best pick, which could also be the second best pick, I would understand that, is Pulverize. Pulverize is just an insanely good blessing, and in my opinion, the third best one to get. Maybe the second best one. No matter what you want to do, no matter what you need, you go for them for sure. And then after that, there's 5 more blessing stones that I feel like could be useful in general. Because when I build my Song Jinwoo, for example, I usually go Reawakening all the time, Bloodlust all the time, Pulverize all the time. Like those 3 never move. And then I usually add another one, obviously. And then that one changes between 5 different blessings, which are Elemental Weakness, Sharp Perception, Intuit, Double-Edged Sword, and We Are One. Those are the 5 others that I would do later on. You could hold on after doing the 3 main I told you. You could hold on and wait to see which one you need the most. That's totally valid. I personally would probably do Sharp Perception first, or We Are One, but maybe I'm just kind of biased for a guild boss and stuff, and like POD, but those are the only things that I really care about at the moment. In the end, that's mainly the only thing that you need to try hard right now. And with the guild boss rankings coming out, I feel like that might be the new meta, to only focus on guild boss, but I mean, we'll see in the future. Elemental Weakness would be a great one too. I could probably go for that one too. It really depends on what you want to do, I feel like. Intuit for BOT obviously would be insane, and I feel like that's basically the whole thing. I don't want to make this too complicated and too much. I feel like I've went over everything, and that's what matters the most. So if you enjoyed it, if you enjoyed my straight to the point things, make sure you like and subscribe, and also drop a comment. It really helps me with the algorithm, with my growth on YouTube. And you can check out obviously my other vids. I appreciate you guys listening to me. I will see you in my next one. See ya.